How hard could perfect really be?
You'll be using up in physical activity more energy than you'll be taking in. Certainly something that I would never ever recommend.
Being perfectly honest, seeing something like a beast come up, it automatically makes you want to just go for it.
Never really ever thought that I was obese.
The likelihood is with this amount of cabbage soup, you're going to have explosive, extremely stinky diarrhea and gas.
This is gonna get old really quickly.
Disaster has struck. This cabbage soup is finally getting to my digestive system.
I feel like all I do is sleep, eat, exercise, repeat.
Oh my god.
And I'm really excited for week 2. Come at me.
Already tired, thinner, and noticeably tanner, I moved into week 2 still hopeful. This week I had to eat like a caveman on the paleo diet. I had to clear some space in my living room, ready to try home exercise videos, and I would make my first trip to the beauty salon for some lashes and brows. But first I had to check in with my dietitian, Fiona.
I've finished the cabbage soup diet, and I've got to say you were dead on the spot. The gas and the diarrhea was just unspeakable.
I told you that would happen.
And I exercised really hard in the morning and then did really hard exercise midday, and by the afternoon I could barely stand and spewed cabbage soup everywhere. It was horrible. I did lose around 5 kilograms in a week.
It really is a true starvation diet that you went on for the last week. So it's no wonder that you felt woeful. I'm glad that it's the end of the week for you as well, for your sakes.
Yeah. This week it's the paleo diet.
The paleo diet is really a low-carb diet dressed up. There are merits to the diet, but it's not a whole, well-balanced, broad diet by any means.
Whether Fiona liked it or not, I was just so excited to never eat cabbage sludge again. In short, the paleo diet is an effort to eat like our prehistoric ancestors. If they couldn't eat it, then neither could I. When I heard the non-stop party animal Miley Cyrus was a huge fan of the diet, I was hoping that I too would have as much twerking energy as she does. The diet is a lifestyle rather than a quick fix and promises you will be leaner and less at risk of heart disease, diabetes and other health issues.
This is delicious.
Feeling excited with a stomach full of proper food, I wasn't so sure if the same enthusiasm would carry through to my next challenge. I've always been skeptical of home exercise videos, so I enlisted my friend Shannon to work up a sweat with me, even if only for a laugh.
You have to squeeze the butt, you have to hold the butt.
And all the women on the TV are so perfect and pretty and smiling and telling you what to do and not even breaking a sweat. And here you are in your living room, bumping into the couch, hitting yourself, looking awkward, not looking like anything of what the TV's telling you to do. I think home exercise videos are just better left for infomercials and late night TV.
Struggling to find space for home exercise videos, I looked for other alternatives.
This should be really interesting.
This Latin fitness craze is hot, hot, hot. Taking the world by storm in 2008 with the release of at-home DVDs, it seems this trend is here to stay. And if you thought our favourite black swan, Natalie Portman, got her slim physique from ballet, then you would be wrong. This beauty is reported to be a huge advocate of the fitness regime. Basically, Zumba is a group fitness class that is a fun fusion of numerous dance moves and aerobics. As I said, this should be very interesting.
How much food I'm eating. I'm just so gone. I can't dance, but it's fun, and I'd do that again.
Knowing full well that the celebrities must have a secret or two behind their perfect appearances, I ventured to a beauty salon to get poked, prodded and peeled. They say your eyes are the windows to your soul, then what surrounds them must be the curtains that provide you prominence. And as It Girl and British beauty Cara Delevingne continues to dominate our fashion world, it seems that bold brows and long lashes aren't going anywhere anytime soon. After almost 4 hours, I had what I was told were the catwalk essentials: my first eyelash extensions and eyebrow manicure.
Holy. Wow. One step closer to perfection.
The beautician said that people can spend up to $300 in a month just on beauty care treatments. $300 for me is a lot of money. Before this, I didn't even pluck or pay attention to my bushy jungle mess of brows. It really kind of puts it in perspective. To have this perfect image, you really have to fix a lot of things that what I thought were just natural.
After days of exercise in front of my telly, I was thrilled to discover a massive number of cafes dedicated to the paleo diet. But as my friend and I went through the menu, we realised that I would have to forfeit my dinner if I was going to eat this meal. Hysteria was really starting to kick in.
I'll wake up and be like, oh, that's okay, I haven't eaten anything. I thought like I'd be wanting ice cream and chocolate all the time, but if someone was to give me a fresh bread roll, that's all I want. Something like substantial. Thank you. It looks like a banana bread. I finally got some bread. Aww. This is delicious. I don't think you can even call it bread. It's something.
Certain that my home exercise videos and Zumba classes weren't enough, I desperately searched for other ways to burn those extra calories. But on little food and low energy, it never seemed to be getting any easier.
Oh, they say swimming is the best exercise. I can feel my paleo egg breakfast coming back up.
I have been on this search for perfection for 2 whole weeks now. And it feels kind of surreal. I'm pretty proud of myself for making it this far. My fitness is climbing higher. I'm feeling good. Week 2 was a success, I would say.
After ending week 2 on such a high, I knew that something had to give, and that something could come in the form of my next diet. Week 3 consisted of the baby food diet, rock climbing, and having my teeth dentistry whitened. But if I were to really lose some serious weight, I was going to have to keep burning off those damn calories. Eating less just wasn't enough.
So today I only had to shop in one grocery store. I only had to go down one aisle and I only had to purchase one item. Yes, this week is the notorious baby food diet.
You heard me right, the baby food diet. And as one would imagine, it is a diet based purely around eating bland, baby-portioned, pureed foods. Jars of baby food range from 15 to 100 calories and are presumed to control your portion sizes. The diet is intended for weight maintenance rather than weight loss, but if everyone's gorgeous friend Rachel, Jennifer Aniston, lost 3 kilograms on her first week of this diet, then it must be a good thing, right?
Some of the flavors are not exactly enticing. Golden vegetable mash, chicken tomato casserole, creamy pasta tuna, beef vegetable, peas and zucchini, pumpkin potato and beef. Let's go for that alphabet pasta, tomato and beef. Oh my god. The texture of this is revolting. And it just has big chunks. It's actually gonna make me gag. Yuck.
After eating only 1 jar of baby food, I already hated this week's diet and went to see Fiona for her opinion.
So last week was paleo, and I really think it was because I just finished the cabbage soup that I felt 10 times better. I had more energy. I was more excited about eating. That was the biggest thing. This week I start the baby food diet.
Now I must roll my eyes in a big way.
See, even I kind of roll my eyes. When I first read this and that people actually do it, I thought this is the biggest gimmick. Allegedly
yes.
do it. But what is the baby food diet?
Well, the theory behind it, and this is in no way endorsing it because it is nuts. Because baby food portions are typically smaller serves, and because of the way that they're processed, they have to be pureed or very soft and mushy. As a result of that, then they're pretty low in energy. So because the coupling of that portion control and the low energy nature of those portions is how they elicit weight loss. It's very difficult to get enough calories to run an adult human body using baby foods alone.
It just sounds like someone really liked baby food and thought, hey, I'll make a diet about it.
So it's a pop diet, again, a fad diet, and the thing that sets these apart is their quirkiness, and it's ultimately quirky, isn't it? Very memorable. How crazy, having only baby food.
Yeah.
So it's an idea that's so memorable that it's ended up having legs, but it has no scientific merit.
Oh, wow. It's going to be an interesting week.
It's not going to kill you, but there's no reason to do it. Yeah.
And if the baby food hadn't rattled me enough already, this week's exercise was sure to throw me off balance.
Look at these holes, they're for the pinkies.
Rock climbing is an increasingly popular pastime, Lord knows why, and has been praised as a great full body workout. Whether you go to an indoor facility or outdoor rock wall, the sport is apparently excellent for improving cardiovascular fitness, strength, flexibility and concentration. This is, of course, as long as you're not afraid of heights. But when I heard the beautiful Glee star, Leah Michelle, was singing the sport's praises, I knew I would have to pull it together to dance up the wall too.
I don't like climbing. Oh, I'm really nervous.
Yes. Training last week's paying off. Yeah. Right. Okay, I think we're ready for bouldering. Come on. That was a good try. Hit 10 and then go. Yes. Yeah, awesome. Now we should be able to reach that next one that's on the left side.
It's so hard.
I think we might get you on a rope now and try that out instead.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The rope's 2.2 tons. Yeah, you could safely like hang a car off these things.
I'm so nervous. Okay.
Oh, cruising.
Put it down. My arms are just gonna give up.
You can do it. It's all left.
I'm gonna drop.
I got you up.
I'm sorry.
Good effort. Good effort. Do you want to come down and have a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still like shaking. I don't know if climbing's for me.
I was terrified. I'm really not into climbing. There's just something about not having stable ground that really kind of freaks me out. Don't even know what my body is running on.
Things like uni, that would usually excite me, had suddenly become a time for rest.
I'm struggling to keep up with my housework.
Just can't be bothered with uni and exercising. It just doesn't get done.
I'm just getting so over and exhausted putting makeup on.
But to have it on all the time, every day, and always looking like flawless, it's just too much hard work.
And speaking of flawless, the one thing all gorgeous stars seem to have in common is their perfect pearly whites. So I took myself to the dentist to get my teeth chemically whitened. And it comes with no shock that teeth whitening has become the latest fashion accessory, both in and outside of Hollywood. I've even heard gossip that Blake Lively, one of the most beautiful actresses on the Upper East Side, gets her teeth whitened frequently. So it's no wonder that today we have more whitening options than ever before. You can buy whitening toothpaste, over-the-counter gels, rinses, strips, trays, and of course, in-house whitening from a professional dentist. But let me tell you, it doesn't come cheap. Professional teeth whitening can start from $700, and it isn't even permanent.
Does it feel a bit strange?
Yeah, having a mouth guard or something. Sort of. See if I can get that Hollywood glam white.
I can imagine that if you were sleeping with someone, this wouldn't be very attractive, because you really can't talk for the half an hour that you're wearing it because there's such a lift. And now I am well and truly completely over baby food.
You just look like such a fool eating baby food everywhere. I feel like everyone watches you. It's embarrassing.
Nearing the end of the week, my super slim regime of pureed foods was really starting to take its toll. So I went searching on the internet for some thinspiration.
I think if you keep going along with these really extreme diets, you start to see food not as like energy or nutrition, as an enemy. Whenever you feel like eating, brush your teeth and soak your mouth in toothpaste so that you don't want to eat. It is foul. It's really disgusting. It's got big chunky bits and it's a weird texture and it's got the worst aftertaste. It kind of tastes like if you left mushroom out in the sun for too long and then you had to eat it. That's what this tastes like. This is dinner. Yum yum yum.
Feeling the lowest I'd felt in weeks, I'd have to finish the week off facing my fear of climbing again, this time outdoors on an 18-metre high cliff face.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm so terrified.
I nearly had it. Come on.
After hours of failed attempts, it was starting to feel like such a sick joke.
Well, we nearly had it then.
My legs and arms are giving up. My whole body, I believe, and nothing left. Yeah, I know, and just... all my muscles are sore and like spasming, and I got pins and needles all through my legs, and I've got a headache. Just, I don't know. I've never felt like this, and I don't think anyone would ever want to.
Almost over.
I don't want to go out and exercise anymore. I don't really want to talk to people. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to call my family and talk to them because there's nothing to say anymore. I feel tired. Perfect as pain. That has a whole new meaning now. I just feel like a mad person. It's just one roller coaster of up and down and up and down.
The wheels were going to start falling off at about this point, even if you'd followed the same fad diet for 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm starting to feel guilty about eating foods that are in the diet. I think I actually did it wrong, like terribly wrong.
The whole week, I only lost 0.5 of a kilogram.
Body's going to be hanging on to as much fat as it can. You're in full-on starvation mode.
I guess it just makes you feel really shit. Really bad about yourself.